It was a crisp autumn evening in New York City. The Trump Tower stood tall, reflecting the golden hues of the sunset. Inside, Barron Trump, now a young man preparing for his future, had just returned from a private event. He was feeling restless and decided to go for a walk alone. The streets of Manhattan buzzed with life, cars honking, pedestrians moving briskly, and street performers entertaining the crowds. Barron walked along Fifth Avenue, lost in thought. As he passed a quiet corner, something made him stop. Near the edge of the sidewalk, an elderly man sat on the pavement, his belongings packed in a tattered bag beside him. His coat was thin, barely shielding him from the evening chill. He wasn't begging, just sitting, lost in thought. Barron hesitated, then took a step closer. "Sir, are you okay?" he asked gently. The man looked up, startled. "I'm fine, son," he said, his voice hoarse. "Just trying to get through another night." Barron felt a pang of sadness. "Do you have somewhere to go? A place to stay?" The man, who introduced himself as Arthur, shook his head. "Not anymore. Life takes unexpected turns." Barron reached into his pocket and pulled out some cash. "Here, maybe this can help." Arthur hesitated before taking it. "Thank you, young man. You didn't have to do that." Barron wasn't satisfied. He looked around and spotted a small diner across the street. "Come with me," he said. "Let's get you something warm to eat." Arthur hesitated, but then nodded. "I won't say no to a good meal." Inside the diner, the warm air and smell of fresh coffee filled the space. They took a seat by the window. Barron handed Arthur a menu. "Order whatever you want." Arthur chuckled. "I haven't had someone say that to me in years." He settled on a simple meal, soup, bread, and coffee. As they waited, Arthur shared bits of his life. He had once been a construction worker, helping build skyscrapers, but an accident had changed everything. Medical bills piled up, and he lost his home. "Now I just look up at the buildings I used to help create." Barron listened intently. "That's not fair. You worked hard, and now you're out here. There has to be something we can do." 4:10. Arthur smiled sadly. "That's kind of you, son, but the world moves fast. It forgets people like me." Barron shook his head. "I don't believe that. Give me a second." He pulled out his phone and sent a quick message. He knew people who could help. After finishing their meal, Barron looked at Arthur. "I want to help. I just texted someone who might have a job for you. If you're willing, we can get you back on your feet." Arthur's eyes widened. "You'd do that for me?" Barron nodded. "You deserve a second chance." 2 days later, Arthur stood outside a construction site in a fresh set of clothes. A site manager greeted him. "Barron Trump told me about you. Let's see what you've got." Arthur took a deep breath. "I won't let you down." Weeks passed. Arthur worked hard and regained confidence. One evening, Barron checked his phone and saw an article. "Former homeless man rebuilds his life thanks to a chance encounter." Barron smiled, knowing he had made a real difference. Because sometimes, one act of kindness can change a life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Story with Dave for more inspiring stories. See you in the next one.